We are live. Good, afternoon now. We are live. Welcome to the chat. If you are watching it on repeat, my lad has just gone to swimming. Well, he's been gone for about an hour now, but I thought I'd get a few listings in for the weekend. I didn't do any yesterday, but yeah, we are live. So welcome. If you are joining, say hello, whoever you are. Tell me what you do, what do you resell, uh, and how it's going. Do you sell on just eBay, Vinted, loads of different ones? Where you're from as well, and are you going to any car booths? I'm just going to be listing a few things today, bits and bobs. I have got this basketball, which I've been leaving for ages. This is a 1990s MVP Michael Jordan signed one. Well, it's not signed by him, but it's like a one what you'd buy in the shops. I think it's from America, but as you can see, it's got that all over it. So I need to try and get it off. I've got some nail varnish, polish, what do we call it, remover. And also you can see the lines. I've got parts of the black missing. The Wilson's all right. And actually, obviously the wear on the Jordan. But let me know in the chats, would you just leave it like this? Or would you get like a sort of marker pen and start filling it in? I don't know. Would it sell better like this? Or should I fill it in? I don't know. Also, we've got a Dirt Devil, but the actual band has came off. It sort of sucks up, but it doesn't do the proper job. Still got the bundle of clothes down there, so I have to get through them to either today or tomorrow. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you're doing. I've had a problem with my Lord of the Rings packaging. It was bought on Vinted, and guess what? The person ordered it with in post. I don't know if it was going to a locker or going to their house, but they're sending it back. I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't do anything about it because of what it was. It was our just magazines, ring binders. I had no options other than small, medium, large. I couldn't put it as 5 kg or 10 kg, so I put it as large, obviously, because they that's it, and they chose that. I think if it was with Every, it would have been fine, but in post it's a bit funny because sometimes you can't. If it's going into a locker, then obviously a locker's only a certain size. It wouldn't have fitted in a large locker. But if it was going to a house, it would have been fine because it will be coming back to me, to my house. So I don't know why they just don't deliver it to. It must be going to a locker, because if it was going to the house, it would have been fine. I don't know. I wouldn't fill in. You wouldn't fill in the lines. Why not? Why not, Mom? Why wouldn't you fill them in? Because it might wreck it. Or it might look a bit amateurish. I don't think I should fill them in anyway because of that. Because obviously that's all done. Obviously, I'm going to try and get all this out. I don't know how much these are worth. Like last time I looked, they're about £20-25. But of course, it's all about condition. But it's pretty unique, right? Anyway, I am selling these first, and these are actual Kai's old trainers, what I bought from. These are my LeBron James color. I don't know what there was X 2X whatever. I ain't got a clue. Well, yeah, don't know how much they'll go for. They are size 6, so they're not like adults, so I'm not gonna be able to get top end prices for. And also, I'm not going to be able to get a huge amount for them, but they are unique. And the tick is really cool. And it hasn't snapped off, which is a good thing. The only trouble is, obviously, my son's wore them, and there is some... The suede, they're all suede, green suede, and the suede is like a bit rough in some areas. So if somebody buys them, they need to give them a suede clean. I keep on forgetting to buy some suede cleaning products, because if I do pick up some suede shoes, which I tend to pick up quite a lot of suede shoes, not so much trainers because you don't get many, but certain Adidas, like your canvas ones, the your Gazelles and all that lot, they're always, well, a lot of them are actually suede, aren't they? So I should really get a suede brush and some actual cleaning products, because they do wonders. I have seen people online do it, and the results are complete. You can make an old pair of trainers look brand new. I'm not saying I could do that, but yeah, you can do some absolute amazing results, better than actually, well, it would be anyway, but yeah, they're nice trainers. He wore these quite a while, but yeah, I think they're just a bit tight on him. I think it's about a 6.5 now. I say this year probably won't be going on a holiday with Kai. I did say I was going to take him on a load of different trips, days out and stuff, but holiday wise, I don't think, due to I ain't got the money, and also he's going to senior school, and also he's just a giant and he seems to grow out of everything. So it's not like I want to, I would like to go on holiday, but when your son's going to senior school, you have to pay for all the uniform. The ex is paying for all the uniform part, which is quite cheap. I realised she did the clever thing and said, "Oh, I'll buy the uniform," which is just basic stuff, except for the blazer. I'm buying all the PE kit, which is going to cost him a lot more. Obviously, he'll need some new trainers. I'll have to get him some football boots because they'll play football. And even though he doesn't like football, I'd rather him have a pair of football boots or AstroTurf football shoes or something, so he doesn't wear running trainers. Yeah, we'll just have to see, won't we? Because it gets expensive. Plus, all his clothes are not fitting him now. He's getting a load of clothes from her, which we probably will never see because he's only there a couple of days. And then I need to get him a load of clothes. He's got joggers and all that, but T-shirts and that, again, a bit like small on him. And he seems to be wearing the same clothes all the time now. So, yeah. Oh, I've got a ring binder here. I'll sell this. Somebody else sold one of these. It was a spare one, so I will sell this one. Yeah. Somebody sold one of these for a £5, so you know what? I'll stick it on. What's the point of chucking it away, when somebody might buy it? And it's a quick one, isn't it? It's a quick listing. Yeah, there we go. That was quite a nice little quick one. I said that sells for a £5. It sells for a £5. Like I'm saying, what I'm doing today is I'm just trying to get as many listings done for the weekend. I was meant to already have it done, but I went to the cinema yesterday and me and Kai went to watch He-Man. If you are born in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and you ever watched He-Man, Go and watch it. It is absolutely brilliant. It's the best film I've watched this year, and I've watched some films which were meant to be a lot better. The films that are coming out all this year there's a load of decent ones. I watched Mortal Kombat. That was okay. It's good. The fighting scenes are good. What else was it? I can't even remember the ones at the start, but He-Man is brilliant. Skeletor, Jared Leto, who a lot of people say he wrecks films, he is brilliant in it. Skeletor is funny. We went in the 4DX one where the seats move and the spray you and everything like that. Yeah, I'm not going to do it again. I've had enough of that. I've done it twice now, and it is just so hard to eat anything when you're in one of them, because everything shakes out the place. If you got popcorn, it's just like that. Yeah, but we're going to try and get some of this off now. It's got marks all over the place, but I'm going to see what I can do. I'm not really bothered about the actual ball, this bit. It's more getting rid of this for sports, because it just devalues it, doesn't it? So I'm going to see if it works. Hopefully, it should do. It should do. I really need a little scrubbing brush and nail scrubbing brush or something like that. That'd probably work better than this, because it can get into the pimples, because I don't think I don't know. Mom, I've got a toothbrush downstairs, an old toothbrush downstairs in the kitchen, because that would help. But it's just sitting downstairs. Obviously, I've pumped it up, and I was hoping that it would stay up, and it has. So I'm just hoping it come. Oh, yep, it's coming off. I do need a nail brush though, of some sort. It will just make it better. It's coming off slowly. Might get high by the time I've done it all, because it's one of them smells in the nail polish. The only trouble is I think it's stained. Because it's been on there so long. It's actually stained the actual ball, which is a shame. So here we go. Don't know if you can see it. The lighting's not as good today. I think it's because let me open that blind window. There we go. Bit bare? Not really. Yeah, so it's still there, but it's just one of them. What can I do about it? I mean, it's a bit of history in it, but I can't do anything else. I'll give it I'll try my best to get it off. I think I have got a scrubbing brush in the bathroom, but it's coming off easy enough. It's just stained the ball because it's been on there so long. And you still can see it, so I don't know. It's a shame, really. Why would you do that? Why would you put... I mean, I understand, because it's probably somebody at a basketball club, and they've just put the markings of the basketball club, probably called For Sports, or for the sports people. But I wouldn't have put it on the basketball like this. It's a Wilson ball, but it's a Michael Jordan one. Yeah. Polish might react with the word. In what way do you mean that, like that? It's not. Well, I've got to get it off somehow. There's only so much I can do, isn't there? There's nothing else I can use. Really, I don't know. Is that it's so old now. I mean, it's from the 1990s. It's so old. I think it doesn't make any difference what I do with it. Look in the bathroom cabinet. 2 new ones I got. Oh, all right then, cool. I'll have a look. Let's have a look. I'll be back in a minute. Nope. Nothing in here. Only my scrubbing brush. Oh, it's a toothbrush. I'll just use a toothbrush. Oh. Mold remover. Oh, I don't know. I found a brand new toothbrush. That'll do. Let's see what we can do with it. I haven't got any of that on me. I'm not buying stuff just to clean stuff. It hasn't done anything to it. It looks fine. It's still the same, but it's still stained, if you get me. So we're gonna I gotta be careful with the I mean that's just normal degreaser stuff, and that's not gonna really do much for it. If you know what I mean. eBay Live is just resellers selling to other resellers, not much mention. It ruins the store. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that's what the whole thumbnail title's about. Yeah, when it comes to like eBay have now got the Android system working, which I use an Android phone. That's what put me off. That was one of the reasons, and all the you change it. Well, you might do it as a eBay, store shop, but I don't. I list a lot of I list basically everything through my phone. I don't use the laptop. I don't like laptop version because it's just there's too much, That's why I like listing on Vinted as well, because it's quick and simple. Asking you about the way to the parcels and going through this, and there's loads of options if you go, list on the laptop or tablet version, and if you go on eBay Live, you have to change the postage of everything. So it's easier to explain and show you. So stay there, ball. So if I wanted to list something on my phone now, so if I go on my eBay, let's have a look. I've got one draft here, right? So I go on my eBay here. This is my eBay. It's all on my phone. We've got the categories. You got obviously you put in the condition, the item specifics, your description, your pricing here, and then collection. But this is the thing that changes on when you do eBay Live. So when I click on here, I can press on delivery service and I can just choose, all the different options on who I want to go with, the prices, DHL. Do I want to go 24 parcel? It's all ready done for me, right? And then I'll just choose one, and then I can change the price if I want to, if I want to make a little bit more money for myself or reduce it a little bit. Because obviously these are not accurate anyway, because for like a small parcel on eBay, it's £3 1p on every, which it actually is cheaper. But yeah, when you go on eBay Live, you have to change it all. So you have to put it in manually and actually make templates for every postage that you do. Once you've done the postage label, the postages, and made a template, you choose out your own templates to actually put on. But you got to remember, it is a bit like annoying because I have then got to, with every parcel, I choose different options. So sometimes when it goes to something expensive, I want to do Royal Mail. Then sometimes I want to, if it's really expensive, I want to go, signed for. So I have to do one for that, do one for 2 free Royal Mails. I have to do a Yodel one. I'd have to do all these things, because some people, some places are better for certain, parcels. Like I say, if it's expensive, you want to send it through Royal Mail. If it's cheaper, you want to send it through every Yodel, whatever, and all that lot. And I had to do that, and it was just annoying because I had all my other listings on. It messed up of all my listings in like the postage. Some of them were more expensive, some of them was cheaper, and it was annoying because when you have eBay Live, you have to set a postage, and you can't just do what I did on there, like you can't just choose one, and it's sort of like you can't, it's two separate, it's not two separate things. I don't know why you need to do that. I think they should be able to do what I do on there, what I just showed you, and set up a live, click on your postage, and then put on maybe free after. But I think that's the problem, because you are selling so many things and you want to do like a special offer. So when somebody buys one thing, then it's cheaper after. You have to set up this new postage way, because you can't do it on the normal way, what I just showed you. And it annoys me. I don't like it. If I was doing that before, then it wouldn't be bothered, it wouldn't bother me. And some people probably do that way. Some people probably set their own postage prices, So I know, for instance, that I know Flipping Sloth, he sets his certain postage to more expensive than mine, because I bought a Hoover part off him for my mom, and it was like $3.99, and you can't get $3.99 on there. So he's either changed the price so it's a bit more, so he makes a bit more money, or he's got a special, he set up his postage a different way, which it's nothing complicated. It's just frustrating. But what happened was, I had the bloke phone me and say, I didn't email me this week asking if I'm still interested in doing eBay Live. Now it's gone back onto Android, because I told him I don't really want to do it until Android comes out, because you have to sign up to a data OBS system, and then you've got to go through OBS to do the lives, which I don't want to. Just want to do, on your phone. You just do your phone, do your laptop, set up your stuff on your laptop so you can see people message, stick on your live, and then you go down to where your live is and you press your live, and that's how you go, and then it links. You can't do that with Androids, before, but now you can. And I'm going to do a proper video. So obviously there's only going to be so many people watching this live, but I'm going to do a proper video about this. I might do it later, might not, or might do tomorrow, because I'm not going to any car boots. I wasn't going to go anyway, but it's been raining all morning, so I don't know. I don't want to be out. But yeah, I just had him email me, and he said, if you don't want to do it, just you don't have to reply back. Just ignore the messaging. In 48 hours, I'll take you off the system, because you have to apply to be, sell on eBay Live. And yeah, I can reply, reapply again. But I had a missed call and a voice message off him as well. So it's like, you know what I mean? Why are you ringing me for? Obviously, I don't want to do it, because I've messaged you straight away, back. And the reason is, which I will break down in the video, I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to say in the video how little money you actually do make from eBay Lives. You may see other YouTubers that do it. You might see other people selling lots of stuff and making, well, yeah, I made £300-400. Yes, you are. But I've got a system. I haven't written it down yet, but it's in my head. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to put it in a proper video with all like little statistics and everything on the screen popping up, with my workings out. And yeah, you don't make that much money. You don't. I mean, if I said I can make £100 in an hour off of eBay Live, selling 25 things, does that sound good or not? I mean, you work out on your calculator now. It's not. Oh, Kai's back now. But yeah, it's not. It doesn't work. It works out less than £4 an item. And then think about it. You have to pay for them items as well. So how much can you get them items for? The cheapest you can get, like if I was talking about clothing, you're looking at £1. The cheapest possible is £1. And yeah, that means it's £3 an item you're making, off an item. And then you got to think about the time you've gone and sourced it. That's if you can get it for £1, and if you've got decent stuff, where can you get stuff for £1 in clothing? Not many places. So I don't think people are making any money off it. I don't think they're making money, but minute. But of course, when you see a big lump sum of £100, £200, £300 in a live, it looks good. But if you break it down and do the maths on it, it's not good. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've seen somebody sell a Ralph Lauren merino wool jumper for £12. You know what I mean? They sell for £35 all day long, and they sell all the time. So why would you sell that on a live to make £12? It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So each to their own, you know what I mean? Each to their own. And I understand people want to make money, quick money, but I just don't think it's worth the time of sourcing, trying to get the stock in. Yeah, clothing reselling on eBay Live is the only way I think you can make decent money. I know I've seen Nick and Andrew selling pottery and all that lot. And if you got a load of junk, like where you've got piles and piles and piles of stuff for like dirt, nothing, cheap. Like I know Nick, he gets books free. Doing on eBay Live and selling books, absolutely brilliant, because he's not going to lose any money, is he? But you got to think, you got to travel to the place, you got to buy the things. Then you've got to do this, like, what I do here, what I'm doing live now, it literally takes seconds to do this. I have to get all the items ready, and then I've got to set up the live, type it in. Yes, I know you've got to take pictures and list them and all that lot. But, I then have to parcel all them items. You got the postage on top of that. Yes, you do take that off it, because it's no fees, which I'll come to in a minute. But you got the postage. So if it's £3.99, they've done for postage. But obviously, maybe they've ordered 10 items. That £3.99 is not going to cover your postage anymore, is it? Because it'll be £5 something, because it'll be heavier, and depends on what you're selling. Maybe you get away with it if it's t-shirts, but it only needs a couple of jumpers or coat in there, and it's a medium parcel. So that's coming off it. And then what else? Obviously, no fees. But what happens when the fees come in? That means even less profit. So I just don't see the point. If I said to you, do you want to buy this toothbrush for £1 and you could sell it for £2? You'd say no, wouldn't you? If I say, do you want to buy this toothbrush for £1 and you'll get £2 for £3 for it, so you make £2 profit, you'd still say no. No one's going to do that. Yeah, we all make little profits here and there. Like I sell some things for like a couple of quid on Vinted, but it's from big bundles, or it's from stuff that I've made the money already. And so I'm just trying to get rid of the stuff that was in that bundle I wasn't really cared about. I picked up the items that I wanted from that bundle, and I've made the money on them things. But when you're going out purposely to buy stuff, to go alive, to make what, 1 or 2 quid off an item, yeah, it's not, I just don't think it's worth it. You know, I just don't think it's worth it. You know, it's like me now saying, let's go to the car boot and spend £10 to get in with 2 stalls. You're never going to do it, are you? Because you're not going to spend £10 to get into a place with only 2 stalls, are you? It's just, I know that's a weird way of putting it, but it's just, I just don't see the point in it. I just really don't. You know, it takes the fun out of reselling as well, because what I have seen is the people who are doing lives now have like sort of gone major in to lives, and sort of like they don't really care about reselling how it's meant to be done. You know, yes, people say, oh, it's the future. I don't think it is the future. I think it's a fad. I think it's a fad. Right? I don't think it's something that is going to last forever. I really don't. I just feel like people are not stupid in like buying, and people are not stupid in selling. If you can make a bit of money quickly, so if you can buy something for 5 quid and sell it for 10 quid, great. And you could do a quick double up in an hour, understandably. You can make a double up of everything in an hour. If I said, I'll give you £100 and in an hour, you'll earn £200, you'd do it straight away. But it's not like that, is it? They're not making double ups. That you know, I've seen people doing lives, and I'm like thinking, you're like begging. You're like, come on then. All right, we'll start this off at £1, and it'd be like £2, and then you see them begging. Come on, it's worth more than £2. It's £3. This is a 1990s Wilson Michael Jordan MVP basketball. Very rare. Oh, I've got £3. Oh, thank you very much. You got a bargain. And then they're like, in the background, God, I lost money on that. You know, but they won't ever admit it. I just don't see the point. I just don't see it. And all these people, it's the same people. Oh yeah, let's get it. Let's get on the eBay live shows and stick together. No. Stop fooling everybody. Right? People might not like what I say, but the people who don't like what I say is the people because they know I'm talking about them. And it's not because I'm being nasty to anybody. It's just because I am being realistic and I can see the bigger picture. Yes, they make a lot more money than me. Fair play to them. But in their sales per item is terrible now. It's absolutely terrible. You know, that people like B&M or like that are like that. But they are multi-million-pound companies. You know, they can make £1 off an item, but they'll sell 100,000 of them, you know, in a week. You can't do the scale that they can do it. So it's not really worth it. And if you put all the time into that, and after the stuff you've paid for and all that, you're probably on about £1, £2, £3 an hour. You know, I know you're only doing it for an hour, but you know what I mean? if you work out all the hours, you're going to have a couple of hours going sourcing. You're going to have a couple of hours setting up and packing and stuff. So that's 4 hours at least. You're going to be doing it for four or 5 hours, you know, for a show, you know what I mean? Hello. All right, Wheezy. Since me doing lives, the eBay sales have gone all down. It's weird though. Seeing one eBay live streamer selling games and people are bidding on the games like double what you can get it at. CX what? So they're selling a game, but you could buy it at CX for cheaper. I know sometimes you do get the odd case where somebody, they do, with auctions, you do get that bidding war. Like I've had it, and some things can escalate, but you might get the odd person who maybe isn't a reseller, so they want to buy it because they want to buy it, you know, and you get that. I understand that. I remember Nick, he sold some Lego, and he said he did really well on some of the Lego. And I've had some Lego, and he has figures, and my figures that I had were miles better than his. I had a load of Star Wars Lego figures and a load of like guns and helmets for all different Lego Star Wars characters, and it just wouldn't sell. I had them on for about £30, which is still cheap, because I had Chewbacca, I had Luke Skywalker. Chewbacca goes for around about, he must go around for around about £8 by himself, if you see it, I think. And I just couldn't sell it. Eventually I sold it on Vinted months after for £12. But I probably could have got £12 on eBay live. So yeah, there is you do. I'm not saying it's not all bad, but if you work out the average of the sales, it's not good at all. And what I'm worried about, these people that are doing it and are obsessed with it, is yes, they're still doing all the over reselling and all that is, but they're focusing in on a market that they're not making as much money, and they're selling products which are too good to be on a live, if you get me. So I would never sell anything good on a live. All my stuff would be absolute tat, rubbish, stuff that I've made my money on, I picked up in bundles. So for instance, the stuff that I picked up from my mate, right, I'd stick all that on eBay live because I haven't paid no money for it. It owes me absolutely nothing, so I'm not going to lose any money. So for instance, I'd probably stick these on, right? My son's old trainers, because I'm selling them anyway, but I don't care what they go for. I don't even know what they're worth. I don't know how much they sell for, but they're LeBron James. Like, they're really, really expensive. You know, I think they're about 60, 70 quid brand new in the shop. But I wouldn't sell, like, for instance, if I pick this up, Carhartt t-shirt with a back print, I picked this up from Carhartt shop itself, and it was in a sale for £20, which is an absolute bargain, I think, anyway, because it was in a discount shop. But I wouldn't sell this on a live, right? I don't know how much this would resell for, you know, pre-owned. I could get easily 10 to 15 quid for this pre-owned, I think. But I wouldn't get that. I'll probably get 5 or 6 quid, maybe. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Also, it depends how good you are on a live, you know, how liked you are. People are only going to come to your live if you've got decent stuff. But like you said, if it's resellers, resellers are not going to come to your live if you're just selling your old rubbish. You know what I mean? If I'm selling Primark t-shirts and I don't know, or Jack Jones stuff, you know, most of it, or Under Armour, which people think is good make, yeah, the tracksuits are, but normal t-shirts are like 10 quid. You know, Adidas normal t-shirts, which you get for Sports Direct, you know, 2 for 20 quid or whatever it is. You know, people are going to come in for a bargain, and you're probably going to get what, 3 or 4 quid for a t-shirt. But if you're just selling rubbish all the time, that people are not going to come in, are they? So this is where you have to try and go, ooh, look what I've got, you know, and I've got a Carhartt coat coming up in this thing, and everybody's like, oh yeah, you know. So I don't know. I just don't think it's for me. Bit niche, but everyone have a view on eBay banning CB radios, but having a... Oh, they banned them, have they? Oh, no way. Didn't know that. Don't know why. Maybe they are doing it and making a lot of money. Look at George. He is making a fortune. And he can... He's the OG. He's not... Gentleman Marketeer is not making thousands per live. Watch his last video. He made 100 quid. He made 100 quid on... He did 3 lives in a day, then he made 100 quid on his first one. And he sold 24, 27 items. That works out less than 3 quid, about 3 quid an item. And that's without buying the items as well. Yeah, it's you might think it's a lot, but it's not. And also, how many times are you doing it? Right? You buy items to sell them, put them online. Fair enough. Then Then you can do what you want. But then you're going on a live to sell other items, which then you're working for it. You got to think about the time and money you're spending. A lot of people forget about how much work are you doing getting the items and preparing the items. This is why I always said that people think that clothing is one of the best things to do. It is, because everybody needs clothing, but there's a lot of work in clothing. Unless you're a dirty, scabby reseller that doesn't wash anything, right, and doesn't clean anything, but you have to buy the item. So you have to go out and do all that lot. You've got to wash the item. Then you've got to iron it or steam it or whatever you do. All that before you even take a picture. Then you got to take the pictures. Then you've got to obviously sell them. And then obviously the easiest part of clothing is the bagging up, and because it's just a poly bag, which is easy. But think about clothing. Clothing goes in and out like anything. You could buy one item and it's the best thing since sliced bread, and then in a month's time, it's out of fashion. No one wants to buy it. Why do you think clothing shops are all closing down and struggling? Why do you think they have massive sales? Also, as a reseller, getting the right size items is key. People say buying small is fine. No, it isn't. No one buys kids' clothes because it's hard. You know, it's hard to sell, even though people have kids, right? Gully Garms is a blagger. I've met him. He's a scam artist as well. I've done videos with. I got a YouTube video with him, and then he blagged me. I paid 140 quid for a bundle off him, and it was all tat except for like 2 pieces of clothing, and he handpicked them for me and knew I was doing a video. So imagine what you get if you do it. And he also pays like about 3 quid for a bale. Yeah, that's how much he makes. So it's all right doing that. I go to that Incredible Clothing. That seems really good. I think that's in Nottingham. Credible Clothing. It's a young lad. He's on TikTok, and he's like really good. I haven't been there, but like I said, I'm not a clothing person. I just can't be like, come on, guys, don't let me down, bid up. If you want the bid on something, yeah, for 5. That's what I mean. How much are you willing to beg for, like, say, a £5? You know what I mean? If you saw this now, right, people on the chat now, I want you to get in the chats and say, how much would you think this would be worth? Forget about the markings, because obviously the markings are on there. But how much do you think that's worth? This is a 1990s. Don't know the actual proper date, but it's 1990s. It's a Wilson basketball, but that is a Michael Jordan signature. Obviously, it's not the proper. It's not he hasn't hand done it himself, but production line with him obviously slam dunking it or something. MVP. So this is a season. If you don't know anything about basketball, every season a basketball gets MVP, most valuable player. I think it means they get a big ring, don't they, and whatever. Michael Jordan got loads of them because obviously he was a star, and he, you know, if it without Michael Jordan, basketball would be probably nowhere, wouldn't it? Yeah, how much would you pay that? How much would you offer me if I did a live? How much would you offer me that? If you're a reseller or for yourself? If you're obviously for yourself, you'd pay a lot more, wouldn't you? Right? I see it in the auctions all the time. When I go to bid on something, I see it, and I know that's a person who's a collector because they are paying what you would pay on eBay. £7. There you go. The thing is that, right, you wouldn't be able to even buy a basketball, a rubbish make Slagender ball for £7. This has not only got nostalgia because it's old and it's Michael Jordan. They're really hard to get hold of. This is probably from America as well, because you've got to think how much basketball was played in the UK in the 1990s. Very, very little. So this was probably from America as well. So to have something like this, it's probably worth more than it actually is, but it's not. One of these, I think, we'll find out how much it is. Let's just see if there is any online now. I think the last one I checked was going for around about 20 to 25 quid, but we'll see now. If he stays there. I'm not doing much of a cleaning job to it, am I? Oh, see, there's one here that is in mint condition compared to that. But it's not. Don't you just hate it when you Google search something, then you click on the link and it doesn't show up? All right. Wilson still won't work. Michael Jordan. Is it MPV, isn't it? MVP, I mean. MVP. 19. It's about to be 1990s. This is how rare it is. The black one, that black one is absolutely gorgeous. 35 quid. Look at the top one. I mean, mine's got writing on, but mine is in better condition than that. That is proper faded, isn't it? Let's see if there's any sold. 2 are sold. So you want to offer me 7 quid when I can sell it for that? $5.99 on eBay, sold free. Where are you getting that from? You ain't got a clue, mate. That proves how much it is. It's not a Michael Jordan ball, which is from like last year. Yeah, wait until like eBay charge fees. That's the thing. Wait until they charge fees, and then it's like, because whatever the fees they get, it's gonna it's going to absolutely destroy them anyway, isn't it? I don't know how to clean this. How can I clean it without? That's it. Oh, hello. No, it's still there. I gotta be careful with my top now. Cause it got high. Cause it got high. Cause it got high. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Going to get high off nail polish remover. Now it's because it's been on here so long. It's obviously stained into the actual what you call it. Yeah, guys, I went to watch He-Man last night. He-Man was absolutely brilliant. So if you're thinking about going to watch the He-Man film, go and watch it. It's brilliant. If you like, from that era, really good. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was brilliant. It'll just have to do like that. I wonder if people restore basketballs. Oh, poor stinks, man. Whoo! Ricky's doing live, and he said he's not doing it. I speak to him personally. He's not doing it. I actually do speak to Ricky quite a lot, and he's not doing it. He didn't do much of the live selling anyway. He only did it whatnot to get rid of some stuff. He says he couldn't be bothered. He did at the start, and then he said, you got to always try something. But he didn't. I asked him if he's going to do it again, and he says no. He just said he didn't want to bother. Because I obviously he saw my video and saw the palaver I was going through, and he's like, nah. But if you want me to do that video and break it down, I'll do that video tonight, and I'll get it out tonight, or I'll get it out tomorrow night, and explain my views on it, because yeah. Tea-cut. I'm not going to waste tea-cut. I haven't got any tea-cut anyway, but toothpaste. Toothpaste not going to do nothing. In the end of the day, it's an old basketball. As long as I'll probably sell it for about 15 quid. If it sells, it sells. You know what I mean? It's a bit of nostalgia. All right, James, how are you? I see you sold another golf club too. I sold another one today as well. Sold a driver of some sort. They're just all tat. I picked up that bag I picked up a Cobra. Oh, what is it? Cobra 14 divider. So it's a big one bag with a load of golf clubs in it. And I picked it up for £17.50, I think, or something like that. That's what the tag is on there. It was from 2 years ago, so it's just been in the shed for 2 years, and I've sold three golf cover heads, one for £8, I think, one for £4, one for £3. Sold a golf club. I think I sold 2 golf clubs. Yeah, so I'm waiting for the golf bag. The golf bag is the money. I mean, if it was in better condition, I could sell it for over £100, but it's got some rips at the top where the cover goes. It hasn't got a cover on, but the bag itself is a material on. The level ones go for about two to £300 second hand. Amazing, because it's a 14 slat one. It's the big boy one, isn't it? So they some people don't like them because nowadays, because when my dad played football, golf, it used to be loads of clubs. You had every club, but now golfing's changed where you don't need as many golf clubs, because a 1 iron and a 2 iron, and it's not, you don't need both of them, because you could do it with a 1 iron, if you get me, and people can hit better. So, like people used to have a putting wedge, a sand wedge, and another wedge. People used to have a driver, a 3-wood, and a 5-wood, but now they've got hybrid ones, don't they? So which do quite a lot of it. I don't really follow golf that much. I used to, but not as. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it in a box. I'm just gonna send it like it is when it sells. I'm just gonna send it how it is. That's what it's gonna get chucked in the back of a car, isn't it? Right. So it's only gonna be the same. I sold a Callaway bag for £70 last week. All I used was shrink wrap. That's what people over exaggerate things. It's like walkers. Walkers and wheelchairs, I put them in a box because there's a lot of bits and bobs. But if I could get away with it, I would just like wrap it. I remember a YouTuber, why I started doing reselling, Selling Dan. He was so nice, not such a nice bloke. And he used to sell a lot of suitcases, hard shell suitcases, and he never wrapped them. He never put anything on them. All he did is print the label out and stick it on the side of the suitcase, and that was it. And I used to take the mick out. I was like, what about if it fall off? And he goes, well, if it falls off, it's classed as lost, and I get my money back anyway, so it doesn't make any difference, which is true. So, yeah, I would never do that. I'd probably just wrap it. He had 2 of these basketballs as well, but the other one was really bad. God. I think I might have to open a window in a minute. Yeah, I'm just going to get this. If I don't do this now, I will never do it. I'll give it a clean over as well, because it is grubby. That's a good thing about Vinted, though, because none of you stalkers like James can see what I sell on Vinted. So yeah, but it's still there. Look, you can still see it. So it doesn't really look any better. Just lighter, which is annoying, really, because I would have liked to get it off more. Right, I'm just gonna go and take it into the bathroom and give it a scrub, so you will be able to hear me. He wanted a full-time job. He got offered where he was working before. I can't remember what he was doing, but where he was working before, the boss said, do you want to come back? We'll give you a bigger pay rise. And it was too good to refuse. And obviously it was the security more on it, and he obviously was making a lot more money if he took it. I don't know why he gave it up, because he could have still done it on like part-time just for the YouTube. He would have been, he's the only YouTuber I know that he had about 3,000 subscribers, I think, when I watched him, and he was getting more views than his subscriber rate. He was actually the only YouTuber in reselling that I know that got more views than his actual subscriber rate. You know, he still had a good lot of subscribers, but, you know, and he always got good views no matter what, if it was a selling, because he's such a nice bloke, and he was just doing everything. And I think the other problem was he didn't edit his videos. His wife did, and I think she was getting a bit fed up. But I've met him. He's a lovely bloke. He was a lovely bloke. And, you know, it's like me or any of us. If somebody came to you and said, you know what, I'm going to give you so and so much. You can do this, 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 and this. Do on it. You got the choice, haven't you? And sometimes you got to think about that, you know. With me, if B&M we'll never go back in resale. If somebody like, I know, trying to think, what would I do? What I could do? I am not qualified. I'm qualified in nothing really, but I've done art and that. I've got qualifications in art and design and that, but not to where I've worked for a company. Say Liverpool came to me and goes, we'll give you 50 grand a year to come and work for Liverpool in the social media department. I'll be like, yeah, straight away. You know what I mean? By reselling, working for Liverpool Football Club and doing the social media part, you know, it'd be hard work, but you know, I will be going to watch it. I could watch, you know, I'll have all the tickets, you know, I'll be able to watch Liverpool play. When they go on tour, I'll be over on tour. So I'll be going to all these nice countries, you know what I mean? So sometimes you got to think what's better for yourself, you know, if you get an offer. It's like, James, you go to Thailand and all that. If somebody in Thailand says, come and sell for us in Thailand, and in one of them clothing places, come and sell for us, you got free accommodation, right? You can do what you're doing now, but in our country and sell. You'd probably take that up because you know what it's like, don't you? And you're basically on holiday all year round, and you're not paying for your accommodation. You take it, wouldn't you? Some people get them offers, don't they? So I'm just going to go and watch this ball, see what it goes like, see if I can make it a bit more brighter. Right, what should I use? You can still hear me. Right, line scale. I ain't got a clue what that's going to do, right? I'm doing it in the sink. I really should do it in the shower because I haven't got a bath. I've got a walk-in shower. That's why when I go away on trips or anything like that, I always try and make I've got a bath in the room, because I don't have a bath anymore. It's all shower. And I miss a bath. I wish I'd had a bath now, because playing football so much, get knackered, you know, want to soak the limbs. All right, let's see if I can get the bit of dirt off it and grime. Don't want to do too much to it, because obviously, but that one person sold that battered one for 35 quid. So we'll see what we can sell this for. I might just put it on for about 25 quid. As they are quite rare. And then put offers on and see what happens. Right, if you can hear me, which you should be able to, when you put stuff on eBay, do you put offers on And if you do put offers on, do you put open offers? So it's basically they can offer you £1 for it, or do you set your offers to a certain like price? So what I do is I have offers on everything, unless it's like really cheap, like something's on there for like £5. But I have offers on for everything, and I set prices to what I think is reasonable. So say if I had something on for £100, I'll probably put offers on from 70, because I think if somebody is going to offer you something, you know, if they can get something for like 15, 20 quid cheaper, I'm not bothered about that, because I'm still making £80, like I did with the Lord of the Rings things. But yeah. But if you put open offers on, which I still see people doing, they seem to like, I'm like, why do you do it? It just seems silly. Oh, somebody did say, I need to start doing that. Get some ridiculous offers coming in. Yeah, well, the thing is, you got to think, people, if you've got open offers on, and you can actually see it now. So I don't know if you can see it unless they message you, but I don't know if any of you have had it where somebody's messaged you and saying, will you take this for it or whatever for it? And then you can see all the offers, what they've tried to get it for before. So I had somebody saying, what's the best price for this? But then I seen all the offers before, and I think it was something like about 60, 70 quid. And their first offer was like 15 quid. Because obviously they can't see the lowest offer that you can, you can give them. So it came out a bit bare. I mean, in the end of the day, I would probably have this as a display. And from that bit, that's all you need to know, isn't it? So I've got a little cup here, which works out mint. Sometimes it's all about the photos as well. If you can get the photo to look good, I've had that before, you know, when you see something on a photo and it looks really good, and then you get the thing and it's like, it doesn't look as good as the photo. But we'll see. I won't know how much I get for it until I sell it. Oh, it's so annoying. That thing is the sports things. You just, I bet there's somebody in the world. I know that people do it with footballs, don't they? They can redo your football for you, re-lever it and stuff like that. I know there's somebody who actually he makes footballs, doesn't he? And that. But oh, it's in there. There you go. That took ages, didn't it? Right then, let's see what we got else. James, do you want to buy some? Do you want to buy some load of t-shirts off me? All different grades, and you could get rid of them for me. Just take that back into the Oh, I got that Hoover there. I could list that one as well. So that's 3 things. I've already listed 2 or 3 items today, so they will go with that one. Now, what have I got? That's just football. England are playing tonight, aren't they? Right, I've got this. So I've got a Dirt Devil, and I picked it up ages ago. It all works. Well, it sort of works, but the band got a load of nails there. I don't know why. Came with a free pine cone for some strange reason. Right, bins here. That needs emptying. Oh, God's sake. Right, yeah, we've got Dirt Devil. I don't have a clue what that is, but I'll just put it in with the listing. Might be a tool part or something. Belt. Oh, belt lifter. That's the thing that's came off. So the belt has came off this, so I need to put the belt back on. And it's got, is that a free bag? Is that a free bag? What's that? I don't know why people buy these. Got the original instructions. I'll probably get £1 for it, won't I? I'll probably sell that for more than the all right. So yeah, I don't even know why people buy these for. But I've never had one of these. No, I have. I think I've had one. Might have had one. I can't remember. But yeah, gonna clean it up first. Obviously, I'm gonna take. This is going to be disgusting. I don't know if these come with bags or is this the bag. If this is just a bag, that's manky. That is. And that really could do with putting through the wash. Oh, that's disgusting, that is. I might put that through the washing machine. Yeah, I think it'll sell better if I washed it. Does anybody know about these Dirt Devil bag, little hand things? Does it come with a bag, or is this the bag? So, does a bag go in this bag, or is that the bag? Because if that's how it comes, that is manky. I think I'm going to wash it. It'll sell better if I wash it, won't it? So, yeah, I'm going to take that downstairs. So this is not going to get listed, but I need to, should I wash it? Oh, maybe I'll wash it in the sink. I don't know. It's disgusting. No, I'm just saying, do you think I should wash it or not? Material?
It's material.
Yeah, no, I didn't say. No, I didn't say now. I can hear himself now. You been swimming, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quick. No one tried to drown you then?
No. That's fun.
How was it?
We're doing it every fortnight.
Maybe. Well, depends on what I do. Right, we are back. We are back, guys. Right. Yeah, this is not going to be listed today, but it'll get washed. Sloth must have. Oh, it must be horrible. Him cleaning so many hoovers all the time. I have got a little. Get one of these makeup brushes, or you can get car ones. I've got a better one than this somewhere, but I can't find it. If you've got dusty items, yeah, it's all right. You can clean all the bits and bobs, but you know, like all the gaps here. So it can clean all the gaps, the bits you can't get into. So, for instance, let's see. Don't know if you can see it. Can you see it there? Oh God, you might not be able to. Yeah. So you get the harder bristle one's a bit better than this, but it comes out. Stuff like it just gets it. This is what you use when I was practicing car valeting, and I did it for a bit. Detailing brushes, that's what they're called. Detailing brushes. They're for the inside of your car. So when you're cleaning like your air vents and stuff like that. Yeah. So as you can see, the bands came off. It all works. Well, it did last time. And it did suck up stuff. So that tool is a band. Wonder if it tells you how to put the band on. So there's a little, all right. It says unplug. Some hair on there, that's gone. Dusty. Gonna open the window a little bit, just get some fresh air in, all this static. So is anybody planning on going to any car boots this weekend, or they've been today? All right, let's see if it does say anything in here, how to do it. Oh, so this little tool, apparently, oh, what? So how does that, where does that actually go? Where's that band go? Yeah, because that has to move. I'll read it. Got too much stock to go through. Mrs. wants her living room. Been there. Not with the missus though. But is that how it works? That is so weird. So the rubber band, well, I don't know if you see it there. You see how it goes on? So that is well rubbish. So it goes onto the spindle thing, but then goes around. That is rubbish. No wonder it falls off. What was that? So I'm actually going to unscrew it. These are the sort of jobs that I leave for ages, and it's because I don't want to do them. And I never seem to have tools that are good enough to open stuff. I've got a better screwdriver in here somewhere. Oh crap, here you go. Battery's all falling out. Right, let's see if I can unscrew this just so I can. That's better. Yeah, I picked this up from the clearance place, which is near my son's school. Been in a couple of times. The last time I have made my money back and made a little bit, but I picked up a Humex player with no remote. It didn't switch on, or I couldn't find a switch, because I know some Humex players have a on switch, don't they, where you've got to actually switch on physically. Ew. Minging. So there we go. So there's the rubber band. Let's give that give it a bit of a clean. All goes to it, doesn't it? That's the thing. All this sells the item. Oh, there is a mark where it shows where it's meant to go. So at least the rubber band has not snapped. It just fell off, which happens a lot. I hate doing this. This is why at the start of the year, was it start of the year or the year before? What was it? I can't remember. I was going to start doing hoovers, a bit like sloth. I used to buy hoovers, but only like the good ones, like the G-Tech ones and the Dyson, like rare ones, the ones that are all different multicolored ones, because they go for good money. But I never, with Sloth, I never saw the ones he picks up all the time, like the Melees and the Sharks. Never saw them, ever. And then I did, so I picked up some. Got a Shark out there, actually. Still haven't listed. Just needs to be clean, so I might clean it while I'm getting my hands dirty. And just, see if it sells. But nice and clean now. Got clean enough. Clean enough for me. And then we got low. Give that a bang. I don't know if that's fluff. Oh, my God, it's frizz. Where is that? I think these get about 35 quid. That's why I'm doing it. If it was, I picked it up. I think I picked it up for a £5. And then I saw the band. I was like, oh no, it's not going to sell. And then I realised it's not broke. So I thought, oh, it's just one of them where I got to put it back on. but they're very simple. These are. Back in the old days when they made stuff that was simple to fix. Gonna give it a spray actually. Midlands, oh yeah. Hardly get anything good in charity shops these days. They're all being stripped out of. They haven't, because I picked up some good stuff recently. I picked up them binoculars from one of the charity shops. I sold them. I haven't mentioned it in the video, that's why. Did it in my last video where I picked up a pair of binoculars and 2 pairs of jeans, replay ones. I have sold a pair of replay jeans for 25 quid, and I've sold the binoculars for 25 quid. So I paid £14.50 altogether, and I've got 50 quid back already, and I've still got the other pair of jeans. So you can buy it. Charity shops are like car boots. You just got to be there at the right time. Not all charity shops are buying stuff and taking stuff out, not putting it out. Maybe the bigger, the big ones. I think people like Bernardo's now, because I've seen them doing eBay lives, they're going to start doing it, which I think is wrong in a way, because the whole point of a charity shop was to sell it to the public. Yeah. But if they're making money for the charity, they're only doing what we do, aren't they? So, but you got to go to the independent ones. You got to go to the ones where maybe they're only local in your area, our area, sort of thing. So, not the big, not cancer research, and also different areas are different. I think if you go to mainstream places, they will do more. They will be more up to date with the modern times. Where if you go to places like where I live in, they're not as much. They just want to sell the stuff. There's news that a load of British home stores are closing down. So even Wales is better. Yeah, but he's picking up little bits and bobs, isn't he? And he's from Cardiff, he is. So I don't know where he goes. I don't think he goes to Cardiff, actual place. There's loads of places. Like if I went around my area, which is your area, I think, isn't it? So I could pick up something, I know. But are you willing to travel around all the charity shops? And how much do you expect to pick up? It's one of them. It's tricky, but it's the same as a car boot. We go to a car boot and we'll travel so far, but it's only the same in a way. There we go. How did that come off? Done. So let's see if that works. Well, it should work even better now. All nice and clean, ready to sell when the actual thing is being washed. That's nice and clean inside as well, so that will be nice. It should sell for top price. I got the instructions. So also, don't worry about saying right. One tip I do sometimes. I don't like putting refurbished because I feel like refurbished, you can lie to a customer if you say you've been refurbished. But there's no harm in saying, I have cleaned it inside out. I have took it apart and put it back together and serviced it, put my parts myself. You know, if you've done something like that, I've took it all apart, I've cleaned it up. So it's going to run a lot better now. This should run smooth. Should do. Watch it not work then. And there we go. Don't you just love it when it all goes to plan? Just haven't got the back thing now. But because I've cleaned it, I want to make sure it looks nice. So that is all done. I mean, having that little tool as well just sells it more, because they must have known that band will come off quite a lot. So I don't think it comes with bags. I think that's manky, that is. Well, I suppose it's back in the day, isn't it? But that Dirt Devil Handy. Dirt Devil Handy. Let's see what it goes for, because I haven't checked it out for a while. Dirt Devil Handy 150. There you go. Without the box. That's not bad. Condition used. Buy now. 20 quid without the box. 27 quid without the box. 20 quid without the box. 20 quid with the box and instructions. That one's got all the thing. 21 quid. 21 quid. 20 quid. That's got the tools with it. Got about 20 quid. 23. 31 quid. Fair play. Got 31 quid out of that. That one was that May. I'll put it on for 24. I'm gonna put it on for $24.99. Now, I think that's a good price. $24.99. What's that? 20 people swarming around bags of Primark pliers and plastic spoons. What's that in? Oh, low quality items from Birmingham area. Oh, I'm missing all you're reading here. Have you ever seen a Jellycat in a shop around here? Yep, I've bought one. I've picked up a frog. But everybody knows about Jellycats, aren't they? So that's the thing. Everybody knows about Jellycats. So finding one. I have seen Jellycats as well, but a bit more expensive price. The further west car boot from Birmingham. Yeah, Midlands is not very good for car boot. If you get further away from Birmingham, Deutschwitz is not too bad. I've had some all right ones there. I mean, Shrewsbury, where I go to, is good. It's all right. Chirk's really good. I like Chirk. But I haven't really gone afield other than that. You know, I've obviously been to really far away. I've been to Bolton. I've been to Torksey when I went to visit my nan. Never been anything. I've been to Dirty Dunseith or whatever it's called once. I've never been to anything down south. Holcott's good. Holcott is very good, but again, it's hit or miss. I always say travel within an hour. If it's just past a little bit of an hour, then yeah. But anything in an hour radius of where you live, you might as well go to it. Ones where we go to, Birmingham's rubbish. You get your good things and your bad things, but you know, if you look at someone like Jamie Dodger when he goes to a car boot and there's loads of decent stuff, even retro reseller George, he's not been done very good recently, has he? Hasn't picked up much stuff. But you got to remember one thing, and I say this all the time about people who don't do YouTube or watch YouTubers. Don't just look at their videos and think they're amazing because they've done a video about it. Some people do not do videos because they haven't picked up anything, right? And they'll leave it. And a lot of them are quite far behind. I think there's only about 2 or 3 YouTubers. I don't watch anybody, so I only watch about 4 people. And when I do a car boot, you'll get it quite soon. So I won't leave a car boot and then it comes out in 2 months' time, but you've seen loads of sales of it and you're like, what's the point in that? Because I don't really like that, because I think it's a bit annoying. It sort of wrecks the car boot, because if you're a proper subscriber to that person, you sort of know what's coming, and you're sort of like, can't be bothered with this video now, you know. So yeah, I think some of them probably don't do car boots. Fair play to George, he has done it recently, showing he hasn't picked up much, which is great. But because he's got such a big channel, he can get the views still, and that's the difference. He can make a video and he'll still get more views than I do. You know, he did a car boot video. It's absolutely terrible. I think he picked up a pair of Gucci train shoes or something like that, or was it one after? Yeah, picked up 2 things from a tiny car boot. Now, if I did that, I'll get my regular 1,000 so. But because he's got such a big following, he can get like 10,000 views for it, and that's the difference. If I had his amount of subscribers, I could do that, but I do it anyway. You know, I think you should show a realism to your videos. So you should show the good and the bad. You know, if you're doing what sold videos, you should make sure you do a what sold video like every Monday or Tuesday, and do it every week. If you get 1 sale or you get 100 sales, because it shows that reselling is all up and down all the time, right? And I know sometimes weekend sales are a bit of a weird one, because you could sell a lot of in the week and you can't show them, but you could always do a midweek video, just, you know, like a roundup. So from like a Thursday video, I'm going to show you what I've sold over the last 3 days since Monday. So people see what you are picking up and selling. Jamie Dodger did it with his recent video, and it's like from a couple of months ago. And I saw a lot of the things he sold in previous videos, but a lot of the stuff he didn't pick up has not sold. So it sort of worked in a way, and it didn't, because obviously you see some of the things. And you see the thumbnail, you're like, oh, I've already seen that. You've sold it. So why do I need to watch it? You know, I know what you picked it up for and all that lot. But then there's a lot of parts in it where he's bought a lot of stuff that he hasn't sold, and he's had it for a couple of months. So it shows how, just because you've got lots of subscribers or minimum, tiny subscribers, there's no difference between any of us. There's no difference between any of us. Just because you've got a lot of subscribers doesn't mean you're any better than somebody that's got 100 subscribers, or you don't do YouTube, right? You get complete idiots that come on my channel thinking they're the best things, whatever. that Dungeons does joypads, who thinks he's something special. You can go onto his eBay account and you can see how many things he sells. He does shows and that, yeah. He sells Pokemon cards. We all know to buy Pokemon sets and that, you have to pay a premium to buy them things anyway, right? So you can make £10,000 in a weekend, but you probably spent, what, 7,000 on the stock. I don't know how much they cost, but I know for a fact if you want to buy brand new stock, it costs money, doesn't it? And you make minimum, because that's sort of like what Amazon sellers do, don't they? FBAs, they do that. People look at them, and it's always young kids, and they try and say, "Oh, we've made 100 grand." And then I watched a video about this bloke who quit it, saying it's not realistic. You have to have a lot of money to do it, and you have to have a lot of equity, money to keep on doing it, because you don't get much money back for what you earn. He said that I think he gets about 20%. He got about 20% off his sales. That was his money he got back. So if he sold 100 grand in sales, he'd make 20 grand. And if you think about it, that's rubbish. It is rubbish, compared to what a reseller. If a reseller did that, their profit margins would be a lot more than that. So you just got to be careful when you watch people on social media. I always stick to the ones that I know in person. I know them all. And I know what they work like. I know what it is like, what they're like behind the scenes. I haven't been to the houses and warehouse or whatever, but I know they are genuine people. Like I said, what you see with Ricky, you get with Ricky. What you see with Jamie, you get with Jamie. What you see with George is, I've met him, he's a lovely person, but you're never going to get no confrontation out of George. You're never going to get him saying bad things about anybody, but what you see is what you get. Like the shed, he didn't have to say that he's paying finance on a shed. He knew he was going to get all the beef for it, but it just shows that, if people might think, oh, George is amazing and he's making loads and loads and loads and loads of money, but then again, if you're making lots of money, and I mean, I'm talking about lots of money. While when people see these people, oh, I've made £100,000 this year. I've made £200,000 this year. Yeah, but what you got to show for it? Why you doing this? You don't know how much until they break it down. And actually show you, we have bought this for this much. We have bought this for this much. How can you believe how much money they've made only in sales? Sales doesn't mean you've made that money. Okay, we all know that, don't you? It's stopped now, doesn't it? The whole I've made. I'll put my thing on Instagram. This is how much my 90-day total is. Blah blah blah. Like I said, I could go and buy a load of brand new cars. Well, I couldn't, because I wouldn't be able to afford them. But you could go and buy a load of brand new like items, and then sell them for 100 quid more, say, or 10 quid more, or 5 quid more, and obviously your total look amazing, wouldn't it? And you don't have to tell anybody how much you made, of course, but to look, make your ego look bigger. You say, oh, I've made 100 grand this year, but how much have you actually made out of that 100 grand? If you spent 90 grand in stock, you've really only made 10 grand. So, you know what I mean? Is this my parcel? No, I haven't got a parcel. I have got a parcel coming. No, it's not. Yeah, so it's like one of them. I always say, that's why I don't watch a lot of these people. People are trying to con you into joining their Discords, stuff like that. Oh, come and join my thing. We'll make your business better, so on and so on. you know, yeah, you might be making a lot of money. You might be making more money than me, but you might be making more money than Ricky. You might be making more money than Jamie and all that lot. But there's resellers, and then there's people who do trading sort of things and like buy a lot of stock in, like for instance, wholesale, and they're like, oh, look at all this stock. I'm selling all this Carhartt stuff. Look, I've just got this new bundle in. It's all Carhartt stuff. And I'm like, yeah, cool. It's cool. Yeah, you got decent stuff there. Oh, this is going to, this cost me 600 or something. Every piece is worth about 15 quid, 15 to 20 quid per item. I shall get about 50 quid for this, 50 quid for this, 20, 40 quid for this, and all that. And yeah, you're doubling your money basically with these clothing resellers. Double their money basically on everything, so they do make the money, but they have a lot of stock that just hangs around. And this is probably all on eBay Live, right? You know, you look at Gentleman Marketeer. How much stock has he got in his little shed thing, whatever it's called, and he's doing eBay Lives? It's crazy, you know, the amount of stock they get in. And you only can do that with clothing. You couldn't do it with normal stuff. So yeah, it's just one of them. You just gotta like do you. I always say, do you. My mom does it all the time. She looks at them. She looks at rummage around, and when he was saying, "I made £200,000 in a year," and he's like, yeah, but he's got a big warehouse he's got to pay for. He's got staff. He's got a couple of staff he's paying for. All right. He's got people that take the pictures for him. He's got people doing this and that and this. Right. And yeah, it's great. But take all that money out. All right. You know, how much money have you got left for yourself? You know, I'd rather work for myself and do it all myself and just be. I got no outgoings from. I know I got to pay for this or pay for that. You know, some people want to expand and think I look better because I've got a container. Oh, I got this. I mean, if you live in a 1-bedroom flat, obviously, but if you've got a 3-bedroom house with a garden, just buy a big shed like Gentleman Marketeer. Don't waste your money renting somewhere, you know, just because it's going to give value to your house anyway. Having a big outlet thing where in the back of your garden, it's going to make your house more expensive anyway in the end. But yeah, I'm just waffling on now, but yeah, it's one of them. I just feel like sometimes it's like you see all these gurus, don't you, say you do this, you do that. I do this. I've done it with YouTube. People, experts telling you how to make YouTube, how to grow in YouTube and be massive and all that. I've done it all, and none of it works. Everything, in a way, is pot luck. If you work hard, you should get more success, but not in everything. I could be pumping out video after video after video, spending a fortune on cameras. I can make it mold there, you know, get a proper studio like you see when the big YouTubers do and all that. I could do all that, but doesn't mean you're going to get anywhere from it. And you could be doing it for years. And that's why a lot of people give up. And that's why a lot of resellers give up, because they think, oh, I can make a quick bit of money. I've seen people like you doing it. I can make money. And you can. But can you handle when you can't make money? And that's the thing. Like with YouTubers, oh, I can set up and do a channel. Why aren't I getting 1,000 views or 2,000 views? My videos are better. I say it as well. I say it with them. Why my videos not getting as many views as somebody else who's doing exactly the same thing? It's just because it's luck. And when you are in a certain bracket, you get promoted. When I was 100, 200, less than 1,000, no one paid no attention to me. So I started doing videos about what I was doing with fitness before. And I was doing are these people natty or not? So, like famous celebrities taking steroids to get big, and everybody wanted to watch them. So I used to get bigger views, doing crazy videos. What happens if you drink Monster with pre-workout? If you know what the pre-workout is at gym, it's like an energy boost. But obviously with Monster as well, it's like, oh, he's going to have a heart attack on this. So like the sort of thing, people want to see me have a heart attack. And I think that's one of my best videos still. But most of the time, you get nothing. Car boot videos. If I put a car boot with a man on the floor and my fist like that, and then knocked him out at the car boot, that would get loads of views, because everybody wants to see somebody have a fight or arguments. Car boot anywhere and it sells, and that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, I could say I've made £1,000 at a car boot, and yeah, I'll get my normal views, but it's one of them, innit? It's one of them. Well, you just got to do what you do. It's like reselling. You could list. We all know the algorithm. You got to list every day to get more sales. Yes, it does work, but if I list 100 a day, does that mean I'm going to get more sales? Well, in theory, you should get more sales because there's more items to sell. So, if I list 100 a day for a week at 700 listings, I should make a lot of sales on them listings, shouldn't I? It should be a lot of sales. But if it doesn't happen, then you're like, uh-oh, what's happened here? You know what I mean? One of them. Traders charge more for biscuits than B&M. Do they? What, at the car boots? I would never buy anything from a car boot, like food-wise, in that way. I always go to like the vans, like if I wanted a coffee or something, if it's a proper coffee machine, or I want a can or something because I forgot to get one. But I would never buy any of that biscuit, even though they're like market traders, which I understand. But how long have they had them biscuits or whatever, and where are they storing them? But saying that, I've been a manager of the B&M, and trust me, if you knew what we did to stuff in the storeroom, my God, yeah, some of the stuff is stacked proper crap. It depends on who's actually running the place. I mean, when I became the manager, I wasn't the manager. I was like the shop floor manager. So you had the manager, the deputy, and then it's me. So yeah, but what the manager left, so I would have been second in charge if I would have gone back properly. Yeah, but yeah, hygiene. Just go to B&M next time and go look under the floor. Go on the floor and look underneath one of the B&Ms, or go on the top shelf and put your hand across it, and I guarantee it'll be full of dust, because they don't clean properly. They don't have proper cleaners. Only some do. He does not find football shirts. He knows somebody who actually goes there, and he has got contacts with them, right? He just goes and talks to these people, the foreigners that have got loads of stuff. Like the last time I saw him, he was at Stafford, and this woman brought all these bags out of her van, and he was picking out all these coats, and they must have been real because he wouldn't have bought them. But what am I going to do? Grab some. Are they his? Not, I don't know. He hasn't bought them, but she knew him, so it's like a contact. I was waiting for the football shirts. Obviously, she took ages trying to, and then when she got them all out, which was loads of football shirts, they were all fake. So, yeah. Have you noticed a lot of people who do clothing don't do football gear because they don't know a real one from a not? I actually do know a real fake from a real one, because one, I actually play football. I actually follow football. I actually buy football stuff. I've actually noticed one thing that makes me laugh with a lot of people who do clothing is they talk about these big brands, big, massive designer makes. And except for probably luxury pickers, which I don't like anyway, but they dress decent and are, they know their stuff. All these clothing resellers now talk about all these things, but I guarantee before they was doing reselling, I don't know if all of them did, but I guarantee a lot of them never really never bought anything decent. Do you get me? And that's the difference between clothing resellers and like normal, I would say normal resellers. That you look at Ricky, he's always got decent stuff on him, like he's always got like good makes. You always look at me, I've always got something that's branded, but I've always been like this. I've known makes all the time. If I want to be a clothing reseller, I wouldn't know every clothing make, all these new ones that, but I've always bought top makes. I used to have a pair of £400 Moschino jeans, right? When I was 20, right? I used to walk around in Moschino, Tommy Hilfiger tops when Tommy Hilfiger was like decent, the jumpers all the time, and I was always like that. But you don't see them. They're always dressed up in baggy gears and all like this. They should be. It just makes me laugh because they all think they're all like it's something special. And I'm not saying they're all stuck up the backside, but a lot of them are. A lot of clothing resellers are so stuck up their backside. Not all of them. Gentleman marketeer Simon is absolutely, he's lovely. He's absolutely lovely. I don't know them all, but I know quite a few who will just say like, don't want to know you if you're not into their little circle or bubble and that. And it might be just because it's me, but I feel like they feel like they're better and everything. It's like you like you, James. You're saying you like worship the ground off somebody. What's the point of worshipping the ground off somebody who's at a video who does the same video? For one thing, I don't do clothing, so for me to go around looking at clothing doesn't interest me because it's boring, right? If I see something, I see it. I don't go around car boots looking at clothing, right? Because everybody's looking at clothing around there because it's easy to do, right? I look for the interesting things, right? What's more interesting in the video? Me holding up a piece of clothing, which is like what? I don't know, a Carhartt coat. I found a Carhartt coat, a thingy. I guarantee more people would want to see. I have found a 1980s vintage toy, which I don't know what is. So one of my mates, he's a TikToker. He found the monster, the one with the chains on. I can't remember what it is. That very well-known monster, the one with the chains, has like a helmet on sort of thing, purple, pink, and thing with the teeth. Like a monster. I can't remember what it's called. He found one of them in our car boots, Luke. So, and I think he wanted about 50 quid for it. They go for about 100 and something quid, but it was a bit knackered. That, to me, is a lot more interesting than walking around every car boot, picking up clothing after clothing after clothing after clothing after clothing. It's just not interesting, right? Clothing is not interesting at all. You know what I mean? It's boring, right? And even George, he would choose all the furniture and weird stuff. It broadens your mind because with clothing comes and goes. Yes, we all need it and all that, but clothing doesn't catch your eye unless it's something rare. If it's something like from the 1990s and it's like, I don't know, it's I don't know. say for it, I can't think of it. Something from the 1990s. You know, a 1990s England shell suit. You know, the proper old-fashioned shell suits. That's cool. That is worth talking about. But it's not like, oh look, I found one of these. Oh, found another one of these. Oh, found another one of these. And doing a video about it. You know, it's not interesting. People don't want to watch that unless you're a clothing reseller. Other people don't want to watch it, you know. And there was a lot of clothing resellers, and there was actually probably more clothing resellers than any other resellers. But the ones who are like myself, Ricky, we sort of like don't really, but we're not even bothered. Rachel, we're not bothered about them, you know, because they are like they're all the same. They're all the, you know, what I'm trying to say is, what is it? Ricky said it recently with AI thumbnails. Right, I've done a few, but if you look now, everybody on YouTube, most people are using ChatGPT, whatever it's called, or Gemini. They're all using them for thumbnails. And if you scroll through YouTube now, you wouldn't know whose channel it is. You know, if you took out the channel name, you wouldn't know whose channel it was because they all blend in with each other. And that's what I'm trying to say. Clothing resellers all blend in with each other. I wouldn't know one clothing reseller from another. You know, I wouldn't know. Luxury pickers, even though I don't like them, they're probably up here, and all the other resellers are down here. You know, like that. Not because they sell more, but they actually know what fashion is. You know, they are like the creme of the creme. There's probably people better than them, you know, but they worked for Mulberry, didn't they? And they know fashion, but high fashion, you know, sort of thing. So they have got experience. They've worked in it, you know, and they know what's what, really do. But yeah, it's not for me. I mean, I got nothing against anybody who does clothing, but it's just boring, you know. It's just boring, you know. And that's my opinion. It's like me talking to a person that loves rugby, saying that football is better than rugby. You know, I'm never going to follow rugby. Never. I think rugby's boring. It never interests me. Even if England got into the World Cup final, it would never, ever. I'd never watch it. And yeah, I wouldn't. But that's me. I found a 99 Coventry City jersey 2 weeks ago. It took me 10 minutes to find it. That'll sell easy because I got promoted. Would you ever go into partnership with Ricky? In what way? What do you mean? What way would I get in partnership with him? Expand on that question a bit. Let me know what you mean. Right, I need to get some of these clothing done now. Let's get these out of the way. Well, I've got loads of clothing here, and I need to sort these out now. James, if you want to buy these clothing, I'll put them on Vinted now, and you can buy them for cheap. Because I know you like your clothes. Right. I need to get rid of these. They're doing my head in. I'm surprised some of them haven't. I understand some, but they are plain T-shirts. Just do not sell. Oh. And I can't be bothered to iron them again now. I am not ironing them. Oh. So tough. See, I do clothing. I got loads of clothes. Plus, why don't these resellers who do clothing, if they're paying so much for certain things, why don't they go to Nike outlets like I do and do stuff like that? I don't get that. Why don't they do that? I've done the Nike outlets, haven't I? And I enjoy them because I just feel like certain clothes from Nike, you know, like the graphic T-shirts. I like graphic T-shirts. I do, man. I like sports, well, football mainly. But yeah, anyway. See, these are all mine back in the day. See, these are not. See, people when I used to do gymming, so I got all these Alpha Elite. So you know, who work as a model for Gymshark. His name's Christian. I forgot his last name now. Oh my God, it's been so long now. Christian something. He set up his own company. He's from America, and Alpha Elite's like one of the leading sports brands, like Gymshark wise. So yeah, expensive as well. That cost me about 25 quid, 30 quid for that. Alpha Elite. So I'm going to sell all my Alpha Elite stuff together. That's just a norm. These are just like going out to the gym and stuff like Jack Jones. They're not really worth anything. They're mine. Another Alpha Elite. I don't know what the PS thing means, but I'm going to sell all the Alpha Elite things together. This looks like a Gymshark one. Oh no, that's My Protein. My Protein. I used to wear that all the time. Right, that's one of my work clothes. That's not going to sell for much because it's a cheap make. When I became a manager, another Alpha Elite, so that'll go with it. I'm going to sell the Alpha Elite bundle together. You go on type in Alpha Elite now and look at the prices. Here we go. This is all my old clubbing days. I used to wear all this stuff. So this is the sort of stuff. If you know that make, tight tops. Well, when I was actually ripped. Now I'm not. Yeah, Be Inspired. I used to buy Be Inspired, True Religion. I'm enjoying selling suitcase golf equipment and golf equipment just gets loads, doesn't it? That's the thing of golf. Golf stuff is so expensive. So right, Paul Smith. James, if you want any of this, or anybody who's watching this wants any of this, I'll sell the whole lot. This is a whole pile of designer stuff. This whole pile is designer, so I'm gonna go for it, except for one. Some are like the Paul Smith is fine. They got a Nuremberg, which I don't know why I haven't, because he's into his Nuremberg thing. So that's a Nuremberg. I've done it. Don't know why that hasn't sold. Von Dutch, remember them? They're pajama bottoms. Von Dutch pajama bottoms. I'll answer your question in a minute. I just want to go through this. We got a Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt, pink one. These are all good sizes as well. They're all like large, extra large. So, yeah. Here you go. There's a True Religion, but that's got a mark on the bottom. That's the first one with a mark on, True Religion. These are all from that lad that I, got them all off him. These are the ones that are left. I've got a Hugo Boss yellow one. I think that one's fine as well. I think, yeah, that one's fine. It's the white ones where obviously he's been out and he's got women's makeup on him and he couldn't get out. Got a Hugo Boss top. Might have a few little marks on it. Hugo Boss plain top. So that's Hugo Boss. What's that? That's Hugo Boss. I was going to put them all in together when they're all different ones. I was going to put all the Hugo Boss together. Plain white Tommy Hilfiger. I'll put all the Tommy Hilfiger ones together as well. So if anybody wants them, I will do them dirt cheap. Like I said, I just want to get rid of him now because I'm going to tell him. There you go. I'm surprised this one hasn't sold. Hugo Boss one, but it's like fur, that half furry boss bit. Have you paid him yet, John? Yeah. Every time I sell something, I pay him through. I post giving the money through his bank. We sold. We sold the. I got true. I got that D squared icon hat that came back because he said it was moldy or it had dirt on it, and it didn't. So, well, it did, but it didn't have why he said it. I don't know, but I've cleaned it again now. Hugo Boss. So that's Hugo Boss. Another Tommy Hilfiger. I think most of them are in good condition. There's just a few that got a few, like them little like metal stains you can get. Another Hugo Boss, just a plain black one. Oh, that's Hugo Boss. So if anybody wants these, let me know. If you go on my Vinted, I think I'm selling most of these for like £1 or £2 anyway. This one's got a stain. So this one's got a stain on it. So you got that one. They're all new. They're all legit as well, but that's got. I don't think you can get them out. Like the little metal stain things. That's in Marnie. That's mine. Oh, look. Barber top. I wore about 2 or 3 times barber top. Barber stuff's rubbish, I think. Over priced and not that good. Hugo Boss again. That's got some blood stains or something on it. Yeah. So yeah, that one's not so good. Oh, that's one of my tops, my Gymshark shirts. Gymshark, that's mine. Is that another one? Alpha Elite. You can tell I liked Alpha Elite. Alpha Elite. Like the string vests got Alpha Elite. With Alpha Elite, they are really good on detail. So they'll put stuff like that, but that's all raised. So I'll sell all the Alpha Elite together. Oh, and that's just a cheap Primark top for my work. So if anybody wants these, let me know. I mean, the Hugo Boss ones, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody want them, you can have them. Tommy Hilfiger, I'm going to probably put them on for a tenner or something like that. 5, so you get 5 Hugo Boss t-shirts for a tenner. 1, 2, 3. 3 Tommy Hilfigers. Going to put them on for a £5. And then now I'm going to do separately. I'm not even going to iron them. They're already on there at the moment, but I'm going to delete them. Let's get them out of the way first. Let's put these. Put them over there. Oh, crap. And then, I mean, I've got Paul Smith, one of there as well. So, right then, Reese, what was it? Car boot collab, Ricky. I don't think he does collabs. He doesn't really do collabs. I'm not. And doing a collab with somebody like car boot wise is tricky because obviously you're walking around with somebody and you're sort of like wrecking your chances of getting that item over that person. Because in the end of the day, you can be as nice to everybody there. You could have people you talk to, but in the end of the day, you want to get the items before them, don't you? So, yeah, I mean, a sit-down chat, that'd be all right. A sit-down chat, like a Q&A, I'd do that. Or maybe meeting in there. I was going to go down, but like I said, I just haven't really been... I'm going to fold these up nice. I haven't really been that bothered about them, you know, like going out and stuff at the moment, because I just want to get rid of my stock. And also, Ricky lives about 2 hours away from me. And then he drives an hour to a car boot. So I was saying I saw him at the eBay Live, didn't I? He's an all right bloke. He's an all right. You either love him or you hate him, like me. So I say, you're always going to like. You can't like everybody, can you? Like them or you don't. And when you put yourself on social media, that's the only trouble, isn't it? You're publicising yourself to the world. So I think some people don't like. Some people don't want to look bad or not very good in the public eye. So they always put on. They only highlight the best bits and that. I'm not talking about I'm talking about everybody who does social media. You know, except for like people that do like getting over an injury or, you know, like cancer or something like that, then fair enough. But that's more like motivating thing, isn't it? I'm talking about like business. If you're doing a business and you're not doing very good at it, you know, and you're trying to promote your business, trying to promote that you're, you know, a channel that you'll do this, and you're doing rubbish or whatever, then you're going to ask for it, aren't you? You're going to get people going at you saying, why you don't even make any money. Why are you trying to say you make loads of money when you don't? That's why a lot of people do fake videos and all that, don't they? They do fake videos. They only do highlights of stuff and shorts, you know, of, oh yeah, I've picked up this item, but it might have been the only item they picked up because they can't make a proper video out of it or something. I don't know. But each to their own. In the end of the day, I'm not really bothered. People do what they want to do. Oh, I've sold something. What's that? I have sold something on Vinted again. Oh, I've sold another book. It's only £3, but £3. Another Lord of the Rings book. Yeah, that's the third one. I think the third one on Vinted as well. So it just shows. Yeah, I have sold now. Yeah. So I've sold. I sold the Warhammer one for £7 on Vinted. I sold another encyclopedia hardback illustrated Lord of the Rings book for £6, and I've just sold a paperback fit. It's quite a thin book actually for £3. So what? 16 quid. That's not bad from 3 books. Plus all the ring binders for 80. You know, the whole other things with how come with the figures usually for £80, but that's coming back. Got to sell it on eBay. Gutted about that because they won't deliver it because it's too heavy. So I'm waiting for it to come back. So the mug. So wait a minute. So 80. So let's say I'm selling it anyway because he said I'm going to buy it on eBay. So 80, 90, 96. This is all on Vinted. 96. 96. 106. 116 quid. This is the Lord of the Rings mug set. Was that what did I say? 116. 116. Yeah. 116. 126, 236, 136. Yeah, 136, which was the audio set, 136, and the mugs. 150, yeah. Just under 150, I think. Yeah. Just under 150 quid from that auction. All on Vinted. All the Lord of the Rings stuff I've sold is on Vinted. I'm sure it is, unless it's something else that I am. Don't think. Let's have a look. Let's just put Lord. See if it'll come up. No, I don't think I've sold anything. About 140 to 150 pound from that Lord of the Rings set. I've spent 50 quid on it, and I've still got the trading cards, the sealed trading cards, the 3 sets of them. Yeah, and they are anything from 50 to 80 quid. It's just so, like it's niche in it. So yeah, and I've still got all the books here. And that is it, I think. And on the Barbie fake nails and tattoo sets, what I'm selling. I think I'm selling the Barbie stuff for 5 and 8 quid or something like that. A pack of 3 for 5 quid and pack of 5 for 8 quid, I think. But it's one of them, innit? It's niche, innit? Where do I find your Vinted? I'll type it in. I don't even know myself. It's John 81 500. So let's type it in. John 81 500. That's Vinted. That's my Vinted. Me and Ricky could do a gym vlog. That'd be the worst video ever. I'd absolutely. Well, saying that, I haven't been to the gym for ages, but I would actually destroy him in the gym, like weight-wise. I don't know. Might be stronger than me, but I haven't been to the gym for ages. I'm a member of a gym this year, and I haven't been once yet. And I regret it because there's a JD gym opening up, and I really wanted to go to that one. So I might have to. I can't get out of the contract. The only way you can get out of the contract is if you have got a severe illness. So they cancel it for you, or you're moving away, and obviously they don't have their gyms anywhere. So I might message them and say I'm moving away, and if they ask where you're moving to, have you got the proof of address? I'm like, well, I'm moving away. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna put these on Vinted now, and I'm just gonna take them like this. Oh God, get them in. And then I'm going to just going to put them. It's like, this is like proper, not what you should do, but I don't care, because at the end of the day, I'm selling them so cheap, you can't moan. Because it's getting to the stage where I'm like, well, you know what I mean? I'm just going to take them to the charity shop. I'll say to him, you can either have them back or take them to the charity shop. Because he had some good. He's always been a designer person, and he does not do fake stuff, but he's like martial arts, well, kickboxer, isn't he? got his own kickboxing school and everything. But yeah, he doesn't do anything fake. But he loves he's going out. He's actually just got engaged now, so he's actually settled down. But it's getting to the stage where they're too plain, aren't they? Some of them are all right, but some of them are. I mean, this one's worth the money itself. This is a medium, actually. But for 10 quid, I mean, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I mean, you're paying 2 quid a shirt for that. I mean, that Hugo Boss one, if you do clothing, you should be able to sell that for 5 to 10 by itself. But it's a nice one. There's no reason why you can't. I'm gonna. I should have done this a long time ago. And I should have really told him I don't want some of the clothing, because some of the clothing like this, even though it's designer plain shirts, and they are expensive to buy brand new, aren't they? I've done it before, I've bought them. They're just not very good for the reselling, some of them. For yourself, I mean, five Hugo Boss t-shirts for a tenner. I mean, it's a bargain, isn't it? All different sizes. I didn't actually measure them, but oh well. Just going to put it in there like that. Actually, before I put it down, I don't want, because there will be some idiot saying, you said medium to extra larges. No extra larges in there. Let's just see if there is. I know he has got some extra larges, but I can't remember which ones there were. Large. That's a large. Large. 2 larges. Medium. Medium. And what's this one? Medium, okay. 3 medium. 3 medium. 3 medium. Three medium. Three medium. 2 large. Hugo Boss T-shirt bundle times 5. Free. I'll probably sell them now, won't I? That'll be it, won't it? It'll be like. I'll put large because I'm a large per. No, I better put medium because multicolour. All the resellers will be buying these now. Clothing resellers will be like, I love it. So that one's up. And now I need to take all the other ones down. That's what I hate about Vinted. You can't just find your item that you listed. It takes ages. If you've got a lot of items like I have, it takes ages to find the items because obviously you listed them ages ago. I've got so many clothes. Here we go. Oh, and it goes back up to the top, so you got to scroll all the way down to the bottom again. It's so frustrating. It's so bad. They need to change it so you can actually type in the item, so you can find your items and get rid of them quicker. Is that Hugo Boss? Yeah, that's Hugo Boss. Get rid. Just a pain this way is. I like Vinted, but there is some things about Vinted which just. What's that? Where's that one gone? I must have sold that one. I forgot to take it off. Must have sold that on there. Unless that's it. Oh, crap. I've missed a couple. Oh well. I'll just have to do a 2 shirt. I got another Hugo Boss. And these ones actually can sell together because they're both probably better than the others, except for the black one and then Hugo Boss there. I'll do them as a 2 bundle. God, I'm hungry. I've only had one something breakfast. I need to get something to eat in a minute. Tommy Hilfiger. Here you go. That's it. I think the next car boot I will do, it might be even me doing a car boot. But that's why I'm trying to go through all my stock, so then I know what I've got, which is stuff just where I can just get rid of. It'll be like a £1 store or something like that because I've made my money on it. Everything will be £1, £5 or less, because it'll be stuff that I've already made money on it, or stuff like that, or it's been taken off by eBay or something like that, and I'm just not making any money, or it's been hanging around for ages. Something I might have paid 50p for, and I'll sell it for a quid or two, 150. Where's all the other Hugo Boss stuff? That's strange. That's it. Where are the other ones? I must have took them off. Because so much stuff on my Vinted that it needs to go. Some of the stuff I bought and it's just, I bought in a bundle and obviously I've made my money off certain things. And some of the things were just, well, it made that thing cheaper. So it actually is, it cost me nothing now because I've already made the money on the other bits. But it just, I thought it might sell. And it's not a sort of vintage item. And it's something on eBay that if I sold it for too cheap, I would end up not making no money off it, if you know what I mean. Is that Hugo Boss? Yeah, that's Hugo Boss. Oh, no, not edit. Delete. So 13 people on. Come and say hello. I got 179 items on my Vinted. I've got actually more items on my Vinted store than I have on my eBay store. Because some of the stuff is like cheap bits and bobs where it's not even good enough to put on eBay. You know, it's not like a Hugo Boss top. It's not even worth putting on because it's not good enough to even for $5 on there. Got loads of stuff. I can't believe I haven't sold that Playmobil. It's at 40 quid now. My battery's dying as well, so I definitely need to stop. I'll leave it at that. Right, guys, I am actually going to go because I need to get something to eat. I need to put my phone on charge. But guys, thank you for joining me. We have been on here for just over 2.5 hours. So that's good enough, I think, isn't it? Yeah. So thanks, Reese, Luke, James, if you're still on. Thank you for coming in and chatting. All the other people they just don't say anything. You're boring. But yeah, I might do that video about the eBay live thing. I might do it. I don't know yet. If I do, it'll probably late. No, I won't because I'm watching the football there. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know. Depends how I feel. But guys, yeah, I'll see you probably on Monday with a what sold video. Okay, so thanks for joining and I'll see you again soon.